to the channel. For those of you that are new, I am Tyreek and this is Somerville Serpents. And in today's video, we got another episode of Rack City. So today we're gonna be going over a recessive gene. My favorite gene, one of my favorite genes, probably my favorite gene. A lot of other people's out there's favorite gene. We're gonna be discussing the piebald ball python. So with that being said, right away, we're gonna do this a little different. I'm gonna show you a little mixture of some hets and then some visual pieds. We're gonna go over some of the markers, some cues that you can have when you have hets, what it takes to get a visual pied if you only have hets, what the pairings and chances or odds will be if you have a het to a visual, and yeah, just some pattern distortion and some other traits of the recessive gene of the piebald ball python. Okay, so first up, we're going to be taking a quick look at an animal that only contains one copy of the piebald gene. So since the piebald gene is a recessive gene, you do need two copies for the visual form. This girl right here, if you were to take this girl and breed her, let's say, I'll give you guys an example. Let's say we take this girl right here and so she's a pastel NG extreme gene het pied, right? If we took this girl right here and we bred her to another het pied animal, your odds would be 1 in 4 to hit a visual pied. Now don't be fooled. I know a lot of you guys out there know what the pied ball is. And because this guy is a champagne and het for pied, so a lot of people get fooled and they have that white banding like typical piebalds would. Hey, buddy. Come here. So, as I'm saying, if you take these two and breed them together, your odds for hitting a visual pied will be 1 in 4. Now, with champagne gene, this is what you call a ringer on this animal. A lot of people will get this confused as a visual pied because with visual pieds, there's a lot of pattern distortion and a lot of white banding or colorless scales or white scales in between the patterns. But he is not, he is actually a het pied. So that's one way to produce a visual pied is pairing a het to a het. Like I said, pastel NG Gene X het pied, a mimosa het pied, or a hypo champagne het pied. One way to produce a visual. So I'm gonna take this boy, put him back. And that's one of the qualities that hets can have are the ringers. Sorry, buddy, here you go. Okay, so then another way, obviously, like I was saying in the introduction, a way that you could produce these and to up your odds a little bit more would be to take a het pied, like this female here, and breed it to, let's say, now I originally thought this was a boy, but I just recently had it sexed. Nor myself or anybody else that I've brought it to have been able to produce hemipenes for it. So I now believe this is a female, but just for video's sake, let's say this was a male. You take the visual pied male, breed it to a het pied female, your odds go up to 50%. Every 1 in 2 babies should come out visual like this. And now that we've shown the visual, let's talk about it a little bit. So this is what I was talking about when I said there's a lot of pattern distortion. If you take a look at this girl, I know the NG changes the alien heads on the typical pattern, but when you actually hit a recessive pied, which means a visual pied, I should say, I'm sorry, which means it has 2 copies of the pied gene in it, you can see how much it really distorts the pattern. This is a really, really low white pied, so it has a lot of patterning on it. But this is just a normal. Usually you'll get a mixed bag. They can be really high white. They can be really low white. There are some ways to alternate that. depending on the genetics that you use. So like if you were to use Enchian Pied, that's a gene that typically brings a lot of the pattern back into the snake. If you were to use something like a spider that was heifer pied and produced it with a pied, you would get spides, which takes all the coloration out of it. You get nothing but a colored head with an all-white bodied snake. So there's some ways that you can distort the patterns and coloration and stuff with these guys. I want to go over one more thing with you guys. So now I believe this mutation was first reproduced in 1997 by Piebald reptiles. It had been in the industry or the hobby way before that, in the early 1980s. If I remember correctly, is a zoological program. I don't remember the exact name of it, I'm sorry. But they imported 2 ball pythons that looked like they had this piebaldism trait. A little after that, 1994, Piebald also imported or acquired 2 more animals, a male and a female, that looked like they had this piebaldism trait. He then grew them up to size, reproduced in 1997, had a clutch of 5 eggs, and was actually able to prove that gene out, or reproduce it for the first time in the hobby. So there's a few more things I want to go over with you guys. A few more traits of the piebald. Let me open up this guy. Have you guys just take a quick look, and then I'm going to pick him up and show you guys some of the traits that I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, so real quick, this is my breeder male, Apollo. Now, this is something that I guess, I mean, since the hobby is so big right now and there are so many ball pythons being reproduced, there's something I want to show you guys. So sometimes, especially with high white pieds, you'll get some of these rare spots on them. It's not something that's like too common, but like I said, with the number of pieds that's being produced, you can be fooled to think that it is pretty common. This guy's actually a mahogany pied, so you can see the pattern is completely different from the normal pied that I just showed you guys. We were able to take a lot of that coloration out of this guy and produce a really high white pied. The term pied actually comes from a bird, if you would believe it or not. A bird called the magpie. It's known for being like stark black with white feathers. And that's where the term piebaldism comes from that bird. So the white blotches or scales on a ball python, but originally in that black bird with the white feathers, they named it the magpie, and then that carried over into ball pythons. So that's actually where the name piebald comes from, or pied for short. Just spectacular areas. We do have a few more. Actually, this guy right now that I'm holding, Apollo, is being bred to this female, and she just recently went off food for us, as you can see. Oh, she was just bull wrapped. She just started moving away, but she's the V back, very flat in the back, very big back here. Just recently went off food, and she was definitely our best eater. So I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up going for us this year. This is a super pastel het pied. Oh yeah, and there's just one more thing I want to go over with you guys. Another het pied marker. So obviously you have the ringer, like I showed you in the Champagne Hypo het pied. And another good way to tell if you're males or females, just a kind of a little clue. Obviously there's no 100% guarantee, but just kind of a little clue. If your snake is gonna prove out are these belly tracks here down the side. Pieds are known for having a stark white belly. Most pastels, like this girl, are known for having stark white bellies, but you see this crazy, like, belly patterning just coming down right on the outsides of her belly. Those are also known as pied markers. So yeah, this girl just shed out. She's gotten really big for us real quick. I think she's already up to like 700 grams. We got her at like 450. So she's putting on some good size. I don't think she'll be quite ready for November. But, you know, if not, the next year. We also have a double hypopied female that I'm going to include in the next, maybe not the next video, but the hypo video that we do of this series. Also, I want to put in, so we're going to be doing our next $50 giveaway, but it is going to be a trivia-based giveaway. There's going to be a series of 3 questions or 5 questions that you're going to have to answer. The way I've designed it to be, we're going to do a live video that night. You guys will reach out to me on Instagram, and the first person to send me a message answering those 3 or 5 questions, whatever it may be, whatever I decide to do, the first person to message me with all 3 or 5 answers correctly is going to be the next $50 giveaway winner. That's the fairest way I can think of to do it right now, so that it's actually true supporters and subscribers that are watching the videos and supporting the channel, rather than just people writing a random word down in the comments and maybe never even tuned into our videos again. So that's the best way for me to think to do it right now. So with that being said, question number 1 is gonna be, what is the oldest girl in our collection and what year was she born? And simple answer is, her name is Athena. She's a 2016. She's a pinstripe G-stripe, and she is also one of our other breeder females for this year. This girl's been on food for about a month and a half. Oh, and she actually just shed out. So now I am not sure if this is her pre-ovulation shed or pre-lay shed. You can see she's real thick here, still in the middle, all along her back here. She made a mess out of her tub. She is nesting. I am gonna mark this down for 30 days because it could very well be the pre-lay shed. We're gonna clean this up here in a second. So shit, man, I think, excuse my language, sorry kids. I think we got eggs on the way. I'm pretty damn excited about that. Anyways, that concludes Rack City for today. All on Pied. I hope you found the information useful. If you liked the video, you guys know what to do. I'm not begging for likes or subs or anything else anymore. You're either gonna enjoy the content or you're not. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. With that being said, peace, love, and blessings from my family to yours. Have a great night.